What's up, guys? Today we got an awesome video to share with you. We're going to put the Matco thermal imaging camera up against the Snap-on thermal imaging camera. Which one of these is going to show out today? You guys, come take a look. All right, guys, we did a video showing the Matco thermal imaging camera. That part number is MDMAXTI. If you haven't seen that video, there'll be a card up here at the top. You can check it out. Like I say, Matco just come out with this. It's pretty cool, and I like a lot of the features on it, and I'll explain the difference between the two in just a few minutes when we start looking at them. And here is the Snap-on. This is their newest one, the EETH310. And we'll be taking a good close look at each one of them side by side. One of the first things I would like to say is a win for Matco is they actually give you a carrying case. It's a real carrying case with a handle and latches and plastic. And what's cool is this is going to protect this. On the other hand, Snap-on, with their part number of the EETH310, they give you a super crappy plastic case, which sucks. It's not going to protect anything. So this is pretty much like an orphan child. It's going to be left alone to get Wally sized. If you guys don't know what Wally sized is, that means it's going to get coated in grease, left under a car, run over, broken, and damaged. There you go. Much better off with a case. Snap-on, I know you guys love making awesome tools. Skimpy, maybe is the better word, on cases. What is the big deal? It cannot cost that much money for Snap-on to build a case to protect something that costs over $1,000. So anyway, Wild Bill's pimp phone's ringing, so we'll have to take a commercial break. All right, guys, so that's kind of my rant about Snap-on being a cheapskates and not even giving you a plastic case to protect your investment with, which sucks because when you spend $1,000 for something you might use twice a week, 3 times a week, you kind of need to take care of it. So enough about that. Let's get in here and look at these tools side by side and let you guys decide which one you think is the best. All right, guys, so here they are side by side. We'll do some measurements in a minute, and that way you can kind of get an idea of the difference in sizes between the two. One of the things I like straight out of the gate with the Matco, other than they give you a hard case to keep it protected, it does have a flip-up lens cap. It's not a Snap-on, so you don't have to worry about, not a Snap-on like the brand Snap-on, but like a Snap-on type lens cap like many cameras have, and you have to worry about losing it. This thing's secured, it's not going anywhere. All right, so there's the size difference. Like I say, we will measure them in a little bit. The Snap-on is way thinner than the Matco, and they're pretty close to the same height. So let's do a comparison. We'll start both of them at the same time and see which one fires up faster. Well, the Snap-on clearly won that race. All right, so the Snap-on has got the pictures side by side so you can see them what's what. One of the things I dislike about the Snap-on a lot is it calibrates a lot, and when it does, it locks up and freezes up for a few seconds so everything's back going again. The Matco seems to be way faster with the calibrations. I'm trying to look at the same thing here. The Snap-on says at 72 degrees. The Matco says it's 74 degrees. So let me see if we can find something a little easier to look at it. 73 and 74. And you can kind of see the pictures side by side. In some some instances, it seems like the snap-on on the infrared side is a lot harder to tell what you're looking at than the Matco. And then there's instances where the Matco appears to be easier to, or harder to see or whatever. Like, it kind of just really depends on what you're looking at. So I'm gonna let Wally take these and I'll run the camera and we'll look at a couple of different things around, and then we'll measure these things out and show you guys kind of what it's all about. So here we are side by side looking at a dryer on a vehicle. The snap-on is showing at 60 degrees. The Matco is showing about 63 degrees. And you can see the difference in how they look. Like on this picture here, it's easy to see it's a dryer, and over here it's kind of iffy. I don't know if you can overlay the snap-on like this or not. Can. Let's go ahead and put it on the same
screen.
If I can
remember how to do that. Oh well, that'll kind of work.
All right, yeah, that's still pretty shitty. I mean, crappy.
Let's see what else we got.
You know, you're just like taking away.
Taking it away.
Go back down some more where you can tell what it's doing.
You can kind of tell like that.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at some hot spots on it. We know it does cold real well. Let's look at like the exhaust manifold.
Let's see if we can find both of them down there. Here we go.
There you can see them. One's showing 147, 143, 145. They're pretty close to the same temperature. Like on this one,
went to calibrating.
It seems like the snap-on shows a little easier to read picture than the Matco. All right, so now we're going to kind of look at some of the different aspects of the two tools side by side. We'll look at, you know, measure them and just kind of go from that sort of thing. I do like the fact that it seems like the Matco one does not have to calibrate as often, or it don't glitch out like the snap-on does, because the snap-on does it a lot. Guys, so we've got them here side by side. What we're going to do, we're going to measure. Let's start with the screen width on each one of them.
Actual screen width. So we'll do, well, we'll just say 2 inches for the better comparison. Almost 3 3/4 on that one, a little over.
All right.
Total width,
4.8 inches.
Total width, 3 3/4.
All right.
Well, let's say the height of the screen, right about 2.5, and the snap-on a little less than that. We'll say 2 1/4 on that.
All right. And this is kind of the bigger part here.
We'll do the top and the bottom. So
the depth.
We'll say right at 3 inches on the top, the thinnest, and
3 1/4 on the bottom.
This one's about like that too.
1.6. Pretty close to 2 inches. So there's a huge difference this way, and the screen's not all that much difference when you turn it, you know, in relation this way. The snap-on's kind of horizontal where the Matco's vertical. And lengthwise, they're going to be pretty close as well.
We'll give it about 9 1/4. Between 9 and 9 1/4.
All right. So there they are, guys. That's the look at the newest snap-on thermal imager versus the Matco.
I'm not sure on this one right here. I don't see it, but I do know one cool little feature.
Yeah, the Snap-on has a light that you can turn on.
As soon as it decides to boot up. Damn.
And it don't really show up here, but let's just fire this thing back up. I want to show you one little cool thing. Because we did it a while ago, and it was pretty neat. Like, we looked in the refrigerator to see the cold spots. Get the Snap-on.
Bill and his Mountain Dews.
Yeah. Like, you can see right here, it's like 23 degrees. 24.8. And it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at in here. You can kind of tell a little bit, but watch with the Snap-on with the light on.
It's almost worse in reality until you do that number right there. Then you can tell exactly what you're doing.
But again, you're looking at a split screen versus an overlay.
Well, I was playing with this just a second ago. Let's see if we can do that.
Yeah, see, that sucks too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's our video that we have today with the Matco versus the Snap-on. Like always, check the links in the description. There's some cool tools and discount codes. Hope you like this video. If you do, be sure to hit that thumbs up and click that subscribe button right down here because it's totally free. It don't cost them a dime, and they didn't have to spend over $2,000 for a video.
Yeah. Sad part is you can tell this one's mine. Look at the screen. She's a little dirty.
Yep.
Poor thing.
All right, guys. You guys have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. But what we got to do now, Wally?
Get back to work.